These are things men have said to women after sex. And I must warn you that some of these are graphic. So keep that in mind. I once had a guy tell me that I'm the girl that guys keep a secret. You're good enough to have sex with, but you're not good enough to tell anyone about. Listen to this story. This is how powerful your words can be. 17 years ago, my husband reprimanded me during sex after I told him to move to the right just a little bit. He yelled at me and said, "I know what I'm doing." I went limp, and we haven't had sex ever again. Those words, and the lack of understanding, the lack of empathy, has created a sexless marriage for 17 years. When I was married to my first husband, I was woken up to a headlock with someone trying to take advantage of me and force themselves on me. I fought to get free and ran down to the hall to check on my children when I heard my husband call from the bedroom. My heart was pounding at the realization that it was him who tried to take advantage of me. When I asked him why, he said, "I must have been sleeping and dreaming." I told him normal people don't dream of doing that to their wife. He told me and said, "You need to loosen up and be kinky." I have chronic pelvic pain, so much so that I have surgery every 3 months just so I can stay in the community. And it's been like this for 18 years. My husband does not care. And he has told me that I need to suck it up every single time. I once told my husband no, and he responded, "I'm going to watch porn if you don't let me have it." After fighting breast cancer and losing over 80 pounds, I was starting to accept my new body. When my husband, all he could comment on was how saggy my boobs were. My wife just fought off breast cancer. A few years ago, she was a woman that lifted weights every single day. She exercised for hours every single day. We eat healthy all the time. Can you imagine her body? But after 6 months of chemotherapy, unable to exercise, and simply not eating right because of depression, her body isn't quite like what it used to be. And let me tell you this, she is the most beautiful woman on the planet today. For some reason, I'm more attractive to her today than I was when she was at her fittest level. Who cares what her boobs look like? I was told by my ex-husband that I was being selfish, that he needed it because he has a higher drive than most men. And since that he was in a relationship now, he shouldn't have to use his hands. Later that night, I woke up to him forcing himself on me. Only after he finished, and I was crying, did he say, "Wake up." He claimed he had no idea what he was doing and said he was sleepwalking. I told my ex no on several occasions. I was burnt out, didn't feel human. We had 5 children, and he would bully me into doing it all the time. Finally, one day, he cornered me into a corner, trying to force himself on me, when he said, "You make me feel like a rapist." That's because you are. After telling my ex no, he once said, "What you won't do, someone else will." My abusive ex once told me that since I was in a relationship with him, I could no longer consent or say no to him, and that I must submit to him. Later that night, he did unthinkable things to me. It's really disturbing the amount of stories that I'm getting that this is happening within marriages, and that for some reason husbands think they have the right to take what they want whenever they want it. And they're too lazy to work for it. They're too lazy to do what's needed to speak love languages to these women. My wife is recovering from double mastectomy surgery. The doctor said 6 weeks. 6 weeks you can't do it. It's the longest I've gone in 15 years. I'll wait as long as I've got to. I'll wait. So I want to end with this story to show that not only is it happening on marriages, but it's also happening on first dates. I went on a Tinder date with this nice boy who was very touchy-feely, but I didn't really mind. I asked if I could spend the night at his house, and he was happy about it. We were cuddling together when he asked if I wanted to have sex. I'm a virgin, so I said I wasn't ready for that, but he didn't pressure me at all. We fell asleep on the floor, and I woke up 2 hours later with his penis inside of me. My pants were completely off. I freaked out, and he pulled out and asked if I was okay, and I was hyperventilating. It didn't really hurt, I was just uncomfortable. I told him I was fine, and he said he wouldn't do it again, and he fell asleep holding me, but I couldn't go back to sleep. I'm trying to convince myself that it's no big deal, but I really wanted to lose my virginity on my terms. I wanted something special. I don't hate him. He's sweet and kind. I just feel on edge. I feel kind of stupid for not coming up with an answer that I'm comfortable with. Women are put into these situations and they convince themselves it's their fault. They convince themselves that they're stupid. They convince themselves that they've done something wrong. And these type of men know that. And they use it to their advantage. Let me tell you this, if you have ever been in any of these situations, it's not your fault. And sadly, you're not alone. That is the reason for my videos, to create a community of women who think they're alone. They sit in darkness all by themselves, scared, terrified, not knowing what to say, and I'm telling you, you are not alone. Just look in the comments of all my videos. You are not alone, and it's not your fault. You deserve better.